I feel like I have a laundry list of artists that I found on social media. Why is it called a laundry list? Hi, I'm Gabby. Welcome to All Gabs. Let's chat. So I looked it up and it turns out that when you went to like a commercial laundromat, you used to have to write down every single piece of laundry that you brought so that you could make sure you got it back. So I guess that makes sense. What I'm saying is I have gotten a lot of artists and music from social media and specifically TikTok. My all-time favorite artist, Peter McPoland, got big on TikTok and it has become his entire music marketing plan, basically. I feel like social media started out as more of a way of communicating a message to fans and being like, this song dropping next Friday, or like teasing a music video or things like that. And now social media can be your entire marketing plan and you'll blow up. I feel like nowadays you can't really get away from music on social media. It's been integrated into like every app. Be Real, when you post a picture, if you're listening to a song on Spotify, it'll post with your Be Real. On the app Laps, when you make your profile, you attach a song to your profile to be like what plays when people come to visit and see what you're like. They get to hear the song that you feel like describes you. And I feel like something similar was on MySpace, but I wasn't on MySpace. So you guys let me know about that one. But then obviously like Instagram, you can attach it to your stories and now you can even attach a song to your post. Snapchat, you can put songs in your snaps. And then I feel like the big no-brainer with this is TikTok. And I feel like TikTok has been an absolute beast in changing the way music is marketed and in controlling the music industry and who gets big and when. Obviously, the music industry has a much bigger hand in that, but TikTok is really taking a lot of power in blowing people up and changing people's careers. My only big gripe that I would want that I think we should not ignore, the elephant in the room, is that UMG pulled all of their songs and all of their music from TikTok. And like that sucks. And it really sucked for smaller artists who then weren't allowed to market their music at all. And it also sucked for the influencers who only posted get ready with me videos to these songs and now all of their videos have no sound on them. Like that really sucks. But at the same time, I feel like artists and people very quickly adapted and just post either sped up or slowed down versions of the song or just bootleg it, like just record it on their own, like attach it to a separate video and post it anyways, not have like the official sound on it. Like there are ways to get around that. Like I feel like eventually those get taken down, but not all the time, not all of them, and not very quickly. I feel like a really good example of this is Old Town Road by Lil Nas X. If that little country boy had not gone viral with his dance to Old Town Road, I feel like it never would have gotten the hits, the clicks, the virality that it got. Because then not only is this turning into a trend that a lot of other people are getting in on, and then your song is circulating more, it's also getting all of those viewers to then listen to that song, and now you're getting more and more streams, you're topping charts, you're topping Billboard, and then you're getting the attention of other bigger artists. And Billy Ray Cyrus is now remixing Old Town Road with Lil Nas X, and he's a brand new man. Like Lil Nas X is completely transformed into this huge artist now. An icon, if you will. And I feel like that is also, it is absolutely important to mention that TikTok could 100% flip someone's career around and blow them up. Your song being a trend could change your life, whether it's a dance trend or it's a challenge or people are just posting videos to your song. Getting that kind of audience, getting that many almost like unintentional views, unless like that trend was your intention, could actually change the way that your song grows exponentially. Even something like a celebrity or an influencer using your song in an Instagram story post or on a TikTok or just like showing that they're listening to your song, for a small artist, that can change your life. And that's also what I feel like is so great about the use of social media and allowing smaller artists to try to get their name out there is it makes the playing field just a little bit more level. It's a little bit more equitable in the sense that these smaller artists don't need money to try. They don't need money to get their song out into the world, but it's so much easier with money. So that's why I say just a little bit more equitable. But in any case, if you are posting your song on social media, someone big might hear it. It's no longer the days where you need to go stand on a street corner with your CDs and try and sell them to people, or try to get your CD in with the right front desk to get it to a big corporation. If your song is on social media, someone could hear it and someone could reach out to you. If Megan Trainor is scrolling on TikTok and she comes across your song and she's like, "Damn, this is really good. I want to get in on that." Your life has now changed forever. Like, "Hi, hello, you're famous now." But even aside from that, having social media around has allowed for so many more tutorials on how to get started, for tips and tricks with blah blah blah, for beginner tutorial for Adobe Audition or Adobe Premiere Pro. What microphone you need, is that thing worth it? Things like that being so much more accessible and easy to digest has revamped who is able to make and produce music. In one day, you can learn everything you need to know to become a successful artist just because of social media. It's so different to read an article that you Google about what kind of microphone you get versus watching a real person on social media test out different microphones and choosing based on that what you want. That's how I landed on this one for my podcast. And then there's also the fact that being on social media allows you to be so much closer with your fans and to really connect with the people that are supporting you. Because if you're posting a TikTok and then you're going through after you post it and liking some of the comments or replying to people or making video replies to a comment, that's going to make me like you so much more. You interacting with people just makes them want to come back and continue to support you and be loyal. You can always just be that guy that makes music that I like, or you can be that guy that makes music that I like, that always likes my comment, that always replies to my DMs. Like, having that kind of reputation is going to build you a much stronger fan base, I feel, especially smaller artists, because you want people coming back and you need a core group that you know you can pull. But then also for bigger artists, it makes you feel so much more human. For Niall Horan to be on Instagram Live just chatting with people, like, that makes you feel much more personable, makes you feel much more approachable, and just like not just this voice that I hear that I think is really pretty. Like, you are a person. My only critique with social media is you cannot be a one-hit wonder. You need to make good music. You need to have more than one good song to be labeled or deemed as the person, that guy with the TikTok song, is a really hard hole to dig yourself out of. I feel like for some people that doesn't matter. Like, it's like, yeah, he blew up on TikTok, good for him. But there's also people who like don't want to be mainstream, and like if you blew up on TikTok and you just have that one TikTok song, and then you can't be a good artist. And I know that's not true, and you know that's not true. But you need to make really good art, and you need to have more than one hit. You cannot be a one hit wonder. I'm telling you, you cannot be a one hit wonder and think you can make it on social media. You're gonna get dragged. That's kind of all I had to say. Moral of the story is I think social media is transforming the way that you discover new music. I see videos all the time of playlist curators promoting their playlists on Spotify, or posting a video where it's, if you like Stick Season by Noah Khan, you should check out X, Y, and Z. Things like that are a really good way to get a new audience. I have had really small artists follow me on my different accounts, and let me tell you, it works every time, because they'll go through like Declan McKenna's followers or Peter McPoland's followers or Harry Styles' followers, or an artist that they think their music is comparable to, and they'll follow a bunch of their followers hoping that some of them will click on their account and listen to their music and then become a fan. I can say that 10 times out of 10, if someone follows me and they have a couple thousand followers, or I don't recognize the name, I'm going to check it out. I'm going to be like, who is this? Why are they following me? And if I click on your page and you've got some music, like, I'm, even out of sheer curiosity of knowing who you are, I'm going to be clicking on it. And if I'm like, damn, like this song goes hard, congratulations. Like, you are on my playlist, you're famous. So I feel like it's a lot easier to gather an audience on social media than traditional marketing. I know even Dominic Fike was saying at one of his shows that on his most recent album, 14 Minutes, he said that a lot of people told him not to put Misses on the album and that it didn't belong. And he was like, no, like, I know my sound and I think I want it on there. And Misses became the biggest song off of that album because it blew up on TikTok. Don't get me wrong, that is a no-skip album, and we will get into that once we finally do our album reviews. But Misses grew way bigger than the rest because it was a thing on TikTok. Moral of the story is if you're a small artist, TikTok can change your life. Because people are always looking for new music, they're always looking for something new and interesting to listen to, and you know the indie crowd loves a good underground artist. You know they love a good gatekeep. I know I love finding small artists because that means $10 concert tickets, $15 concert tickets. And I live near Chicago. So you know nobody's skipping out in Chicago. If there's a concert, I'm going to be there. Anyways, that's my soapbox for this week. My chit chat with you is that TikTok can change lives. So let's get into the weekly faves. I must say I'm so sorry to everyone out there. As mentioned earlier, I do live near Chicago, and that does mean I was able to visit the Astro Milk pop-up bar for Pleasing, Harry Styles' brand. And I'm sorry you missed it. I really am. But I was there, and that's what's important. So let me show you. Our first fave up this week. Girl. Are you kidding? I have the Pleasing tote bag in my hand for those of you who are just listening and not watching the video. It's a Pleasing tote bag. It's cream with brown detailing. Oh my goodness. And it's gigantor. It was kind of a lot of money, but it is my new go-to bag. So worth it, I think. Next up on my weekly faves, this e.l.f. setting spray. Girl, this keeps this on all day, okay? I'm sweaty. I'm a sweaty gal, okay? Especially on my face, especially in my T-zone. This holds my makeup in. The e.l.f. Stay All Night Blue Light Micro Setting Mist Long Lasting Wear. She's good, okay? She's good at what she does. And if you are looking for a nice, cheap setting spray, e.l.f. is your girl. The blue one. The blue e.l.f. setting spray. And then my last fave for the week, TBH, brownies. I'm a brownie lover. I don't love cake or cupcakes, but I love a brownie. Specifically the Betty Crocker Milk Chocolate Box Mix Brownies. Oh, girl, fire. They are fire. So yummalish. I made some earlier this week. I took it out of the oven, cut myself a slice, put a dollop of vanilla ice cream right on top. It is so delish. You need to get in on that, okay? Once again, the Betty Crocker, not sponsored, milk chocolate brownie mix. Life-changing, really. With that, we come to our last segment of this episode. If you remember from last week, this is now the second edition of Song of the Week. Okay, so this week's Song of the Week is, drumroll please, Deeply Still in Love by Role Model. And mostly because I found out about this song through TikTok, how so on theme for this episode. And I love Tucker. I love Saint Laurent Cowboy, you know what I mean? He started promoting this new song on TikTok, and I ate that up. So that song has been on repeat for me. It is just so good and catchy. Beyond just the little snip that blew up on TikTok, it is like so summery. The drums on that one get me. I love the drums in that song. It's so fun. It's such a fun beat. If you haven't listened to it, you should. Role Model has some great music. This song, Deeply Still in Love, is definitely one of his more fun songs, and it's very 2024 summer. But that is all I have for you today. If you want to follow the podcast on social media, it is Instagram and TikTok, all.gabs.pod. I just post some behind the scenes content, some extra pictures, just some more fun stuff if you want a little bit more of all Gabs. But that's the show, folks. Thank you so much for listening. It was really, really fun. We should do it again sometime. Bye.